Hey, what's up? I'm going to show you how I do an SEO audit in around 5 minutes. I'll use my site as an example. Okay, so let's get going. First thing I do is, of course, I understand what the brand is about. Okay, now this is for my own brand, and we are an AI SEO tool. We do a bunch of stuff like AI writing, AI content editing. We have this AI agent that automates SEO. We do automatic blog postings, social syndication, indexing. We essentially packed every single thing in the SEO space that you do manually into an AI that automates things. It's basically what we do. We're not a magic tool. We just save you time or save users time. Okay. This is my first analysis. I always go through the site, go through the brand and analyze what they do. So I can, of course, then analyze who their target market is. Because if I don't know what the product is or who they're selling it to, well, how could I possibly make a good audit, right? Now, for this brand specific, we have 3 pricing tiers, which this one is for solopreneurs, okay? This one is for business owners, this one is for agencies. So in terms of ICP, ideal client profile, there's 3, right? Agencies, the big boys that know how to do SEO, they use the tool, that don't need any training, right? Business owners and solopreneurs, which might not know exactly how to do SEO, right? Or what it is, so they need a bit more context and training. And this is very important because when you're doing SEO, which is a marketing strategy, right? SEO is just a marketing strategy. When you're doing SEO, right, the way you do SEO differs from ICP to ICP because an agency knows what it is. So you don't necessarily need to train it or explain it too much. While a business owner or a solopreneur don't necessarily know what it is. So the way you do SEO for these is different. Okay, so the way you do SEO for these 3 as a whole is different. So this context is very important, right? Understand what they do, so what the brand sells, and who it sells it to, okay? Now, after that, and the very first thing is, of course, just doing site column and seeing for is the site indexed? Well, hopefully, and actually, rather, thankfully it is, right? And there we go. Now, super quick thing, five icon, should have it down here. A lot of brands, you'll be surprised, don't have it. So make sure to add yours if you don't, okay? Then we can jump straight into the meta title. So this is your meta title, this is your meta description, and this is what I look for when doing the best combo. You gotta target 2 things. One, you gotta make sure that it's quote unquote SEO optimized. This is a bit redundant, of course, but what I mean by SEO optimized is that you throw your keywords in there, right? Granted, bit of a parenthesis here, our brand name sucks, okay? We're called Journalist AI. We don't do anything related with journalism other than allowing you to generate AI news articles. But we're an SEO tool, right? So our name isn't very good, right? We are ranking for keywords I wish we didn't do, like AI journalist, which again, we don't sell any AI journalism products, so it's a bad brand name. We'll be rebranding soon, okay? So the first thing again is SEO optimization. So are you sprinkling in your keywords into your meta title and meta description, which we are, of course, AI article writer for SEO. That's our main keyword, okay? That's our main core feature. And we're also sprinkling in here in the meta description. So that's the very first thing. Second thing, which should not compromise the first one, is CTR. So you want to make sure that people click on your site. Now, we could have a competitor ranking down here below us. Okay, so this is a competitor. And if their meta title and meta description are more enticing than ours, well, people will click here because people don't always necessarily click the first result, right? Based on what the search is and based on their search intent, well, Google, of course, tries to provide the most relevant values, most relevant results, right? 1, 2, and through 10 on the first page. Now, again, Google tries to provide the most relevant results it thinks are relevant for the user search. So because Google's job is to satisfy the user search intent. That said, and of course you know this, right? It's not always that you click the first result. And oftentimes the ticking point of you not clicking the first result is you just skim through the meta titles and read the meta titles and think, okay, this is a bit more relevant, I'm going to click this one. Okay, so make sure that your meta title and meta description have a combination of course, keyword sprinkleness, if that makes sense, and they hook you. They are interesting enough. People, eyes are drawn to it, okay? I'll show you an example here in the local SEO niche. If I just type in Dallas plumber, and you can go watch this video right here, which I break down a bit more on how local SEO works, and this one as well. I'll leave them down below in the description, right? And another thing that improves CTR is schema, which, for example, let me see here, these guys right here have, right? These little things, these little star ratings right here are done with schema. So not only does this call attention way more than these results that don't have it, but the real estate, the number of pixels from this result is greater than from this one, even though these are, yeah, greater from this one, excuse me. And by the way, I was thinking these were the same results because the logo is just so similar in blue as well. And there we go, we have balloons. But again, point is that this is very important. Technical SEO is very important. And this is a bit redundant, but you can use our tool to do technical SEO for you. You can just add your site right here. It basically analyzes the pages on your site, and it gives you suggestions for all these technical SEO things, and we'll do schema and site speed very soon, right? And it tells you, for example, let's say page titles. So these are our current page titles. For this page, the /ghost, this is our page title. And it tells us, hey, listen, we think you should change it to this. And on top of that, it tells us why. Hey, listen, because we wanted to build something where it gave you the suggestion, but not just not tell you the why. I think it's very important that even though it's AI doing the things, well, you got to know the why. You got to understand why it's doing things. It tells you why. Hey, listen, this title is more concise and includes relevant keywords like AI-powered SEO and content creation, which are likely to attract search queries related with AI writing tools and SEO optimization. It also emphasizes the free trial, which can increase click-through rates. Again, so it's optimizing both for the SEO, right, and the click-through rate. Having the word free trial there can lead to more clicks. Now, it's a whole nother conversation about, yeah, but if it has free trial, you'll be attracting people who are looking for freebies. I mean, there's infinite conversations you can have about this, just so you get optimized for SEO, right, with the keyword sprinkling, and CTR. And this gives you all this. And by the way, you can accept or discard changes, and based on what you accept or discard, the AI will learn, and for future suggestions, it will tailor those suggestions based on the info you give it, okay? Now, if you just hit apply, this will change automatically on your site. So you don't have to do a single thing. You don't have to log into your CMS and change things. No, just hit apply. It'll be changed automatically. You can apply all these at once or once the ones you want, right? It does this for page titles, meta descriptions, meta keywords, canonical URLs, image alt text. I can assure you if you try this right now, you'll have a bunch of images with alt text because most people have no alt texts on their images. So that's very important for internal technical SEO. And also internal links, right? I'm sure you have a bunch of pages on your site that should be interlinked, right? Internal linking, properly internal linked. And this is very important. If you're building links specifically, right? If you're building links to this page, the way in which the link juice flows through to the other pages if they're interlinked. In a way that makes sense, of course. And so this AI tells you, listen, we think this page should link out to this one. Here's why. And here's the anchor text we think you should use. And if you hit apply, it will automatically add this link from one page to the other page. Insane. Okay. Now, going back here, this is just scratching the surface of technical SEO, and I'll leave a bunch of resources down below where you can learn a bit more about technical SEO, but that's basically it, okay? Now, that's the very, I guess, first thing I do is looking at this, because a lot of people get it wrong, and it's super simple to fix, okay? Now, going back to the brand name right here, and this is a great example because it's so bad, because our brand name is awful, right? Carefully choosing your domain has a very, very big impact. Exact match domains, and oftentimes people use this in local SEO. If we go here, for example, for the first page, if I search for Dallas Plumber, I'm sure, right, of course, the name plumbing or plumber appears in most of these, right? Not this one appears, and this one is even the exact keyword, Dallas Plumbing, okay? I doubted that the name of the actual business is this, but I don't know, they have the domain. And this, believe it or not, is still a ranking factor because it is a little signal you're sending Google, right? This is a signal, this is a signal, this is a signal. All these are little signals, and the more little signals you give Google, all these add up to ranking you higher, okay? Based, of course, on the search query and on location and a bunch more stuff. So our domain should actually be called AISEOwriter.com, right? There you go. So having a powerful domain, if you can change it still, or if you can rebrand it in some way, does go a long way. Just make sure you don't choose a domain like ours, who has nothing to do with what we do, okay? It could even be like a cool brand name, but it's not even a brand name. It's just the word journalist. It's awful. So don't do this mistake, okay? Now, second thing I like to do is competitor analysis. Now, you can use a tool like Ahrefs, an expensive tool, right? Gives you all your competitors, or you can just use Google, right? Take a look at your main keywords. Let's say AI SEO writer. Let's say this is our main keyword, right? You want to rank for, and see, okay, who's ranking first? So this is ads. Oh, look here. This is us. We're ranking first for video. These guys are ranking first. Reddit's ranking first. This is good. It's good info, right? Why is Google valuing Reddit more than these guys and these guys? Well, because more people are showing interest in actual real opinions other than just trusting Google for their own opinions, okay? So looking at this, well, you might think, okay, maybe it's a good idea to invest in Reddit. A lot of people out there, what they do is they actually buy or create these subreddits and create fake engagement. This is a whole different strategy. This one is actually it's for the /SEO. I think we are mentioned here. If we weren't, we could just type it in a couple of comments here and link here for a couple of our services. So put in your info here, because SEO, again, isn't just about writing blog posts. It's about satisfying the user search intent. And if the users are And if Reddit is ranking, is because users want it to rank, right? Google only gives users what they want, okay? And so what you could do here for your brand, again, if this is the case, if not, don't do it. But if this is the case, right, go out and answer people's questions. Hey, listen, this is why we're better than all these. This is why we do X, Y, Z. This is why we didn't do. So answer questions, ask questions, have your brand mentioned right here. Because doing a tangent to a video I recorded in the past, which is this one right here that talks about LLM SEO and that talks about how to rank and be recommended or cited in these new AI search engines, is these AI search engines, like for example, I'll show you right here. If I go to Perplexity, for example, and I search for what's the best AI auto blogging for SEO, I guess this will show up first, right? There you go. This is our site. So we took in the info from a blog post we wrote on our site, right? A proper written blog post, a video of ours, and some stuff on social media. We show up here, right? This doesn't just happen just because. Well, it's because these AI agents are browsing the internet. They're going on Reddit. They're going on your site. They're going everywhere to take in this info. So don't just neglect this right here because it isn't the classic SEO blog post type thing. Invest in this stuff, okay? And bit of a tangent right here. Perplexity tends to value a lot YouTube. Grok, the Twitter search engine, they value a lot more posts on Twitter. And ChatGPT values a lot more. There's a higher correlation between Bing rankings and the info they give you on GPT. Not that they're biased in terms of information, but they tend to be a bit biased of where they grab information from and how much weight they put in the info of the sources where they gather the information from. Again, Grok gives a much more weight to the info they grab from Twitter posts. Perplexity, I've seen it tends to give more info to the YouTube, and GPT, of course, gives more weight to Bing rankings because, of course, Microsoft owns Bing, which Microsoft owns as well, GPT, or OpenAI, which owns GPT, basically, which GPT is a product of OpenAI. You get the point. So going back again, I know this would be 5 minutes, going to be a bit longer probably, but look at your competition, right? And look for a keyword, for example, auto blogging software for SEO, right? Why are these guys ranking above us, right? Why are these guys ranking below us, right? Why are they on the first page? Well, it's because Google wants them there, right? And you got to look at them. Okay, what does this page has better than our page, right? How is this page satisfying the user search intent better than our page right here? Why is this my page ranking, and why is this one ranking above us or this one ranking above us? Why? Could be a bunch of different factors. Could be, of course, the domain authority, right? Because a lot of things come into play here, right? And I'll go over metrics in a second right here. But a lot of things play into this, right? A lot of things play into SEO. The keyword people search for, the content on the page, does it actually satisfy the user search intent? Or does this page satisfy the search intent a bit better? Or does this one satisfy a bit better? What you do is you paste your keywords on Google, right? And see who's ranking above you, right? And see, okay, what do these guys have on this piece of content that I don't have? And can I write a better piece of content than them? In other words, can I satisfy the user search intent for a certain keyword better than all my competitors? If the answer is yes, which it should be yes, well, go out and produce content that's better than them, right? And don't forget, these things right here won't just be ranking on Google, right? They'll be ranking on these search engines right here. This is ranking on this search engine, just like GPT, Grok. So people will change the engine where they search from, but the info is still needed. You still need to post blog posts. You still need to syndicate it to social media, okay? So, but tying back to this, right? Go over what the competition is doing. So make a list of your keywords, the keywords you want to rank for, or the keywords you rank for already. You can use Ahrefs for this. A bit expensive, but you can use it. If not, no worries. Look at the keywords you're ranking for, make a list of them, search for them on Google and see, okay, who's ranking above me, right? Because they're ranking above you. If they're ranking above you, it's for a reason, right? Google thinks that their site and their content satisfies the user search intent based on the query they searched for better than you, right? And so look at your content, look at theirs and say, okay, why is mine worse? Is the competition answering this in a bit more detail? Is the competition providing a bit more value than me? Well, if so, that's the case. Well, improve your content or create content that satisfies that search intent if you don't show up. An amazing example of this is this video right here. So where, sum it up, Wise, a bank, right, is a competitor of PayPal, right? And what they do is they rank above PayPal for a bunch of keywords PayPal should be ranking for. So they steal PayPal search traffic because they're able to produce way better content than PayPal itself about PayPal's own FAQs. It's insane. It's the best example out of it. So go watch that video right here. It's insane. They do it the best. And this is what you need to do, right? You take your keywords and see, okay, who's ranking above me and why? Why is this content better, right? Read through it. Because, I mean, it's your niche, it's your product, it's your industry, so you know why, okay? So that's the second thing I do, is I analyze the competition and see why they're ranking above me. Now, that's in terms of content, and of course in terms of technical SEO, but then in terms of backlinking, right? Because linking building is insanely powerful, right? One of the I shared this before, right? SEO has 3 pillars: on-page SEO, right? Off-page SEO, and technical SEO. We talked about technical SEO, it's the boring stuff like schema markups, site speed, meta titles, meta descriptions, whatever, right? On-page SEO, we just talked about, it's what you write on the site, how you write it, right? The keywords you target, right? Very important. You can use, by the way, our software to do that. Quick plug right here. Here's example of an article written with this software right here. Let's say, for example, this one right here, it's about gardening. This is all done with AI. The images, the table of contents, proper article structure with internal links, external links, AI images, even in-article relevant videos that are relevant to what the content is about. So none of this was here placed randomly. And the AI did this in a couple of seconds. So it just saves you a bunch of time. And for some reason, if you don't like this, or there's anything you want to change, you can just go here and edit with AI. You can edit some of the stuff right here. So for example, you want to add a couple of links here, just select this and say, okay, add links. And the AI will read through the article and find the best places based on part of the article you select to add links to. Again, you can do all this manually, but why would you when you could just use AI? It saves you a ton of time. You can change, say, for example, I don't like this image, and say add a dog, and the AI will add a dog. Not just a dog, but will add a dog according to the context of the article and the existing image. So a dog into a garden here, for example, will be added. Boom. Garden, dog in the garden. There you go. You can add custom prompts like write this write this more tailored to a beginner gardener without complex terms. I don't know, whatever. You can say, write this as a pirate. You can make it longer, make it shorter, simplify, make a list. You can make a table. So if you think this info is better, add it in a table. You can make a table, right? There you go, table. And you can just straight publish this to your site. It has integrations because we connect with all of these CMSs right here. So there you go. Now that's on-page SEO. Now off-page SEO essentially is link building. This is 2 F's right here. Is link building backlinks. Okay, very important. You can go watch this video right here to learn how to build backlinks. Link building is key because you can do on-page, you can do technical, you can have the best technical SEO, best on-page SEO, but if your on-page SEO sucks, well, it's going to be very hard to rank. So what you do is, okay, you need links. How do I build links? Well, go watch this video right here. But in essence, you can copy your competitors' links. Add your competitor's URLs to address right here. Go to backlinks, sort by DR, and see, okay, what are their best links, so their most powerful links, DR stands for domain rating, and click them all and see, okay, what of these can I replicate? Can I replicate this one from WordPress? Well, maybe if I build a plugin, well, let me see. Can I replicate this from Medium? Well, Medium is a free resource, right? This is what, what is it? DR94? Well, I can replicate this as free. So yeah, you can replicate this one. Perfect. Go scratch out the list, right? You just take a look at the backlinks your competitors have, replicate those, and then build some more following this video right here that shows you how to build all these backlinks. That's basically it. And I know I'm running through this super fast, but I wanted this to be short because if you want more in-depth training about all this stuff, check the links down below, which teach you a bunch of this stuff in a bit more detail. Now, going back to the site, this is where people oftentimes get a lot of this stuff wrong, which is not optimizing for conversions, right? Your site needs to be pretty, right? Invest in a UI, UX designer, invest in a designer, invest in someone that knows how to make something pretty, because you need to have a high perceived value. People, when they come onto your site, when they see your brand, they need to want to buy from you. It needs to be decent, it needs to be pretty, okay? So make sure it looks good, right? Then the UI, UX, or the designer, you will find will know several things, like, for example, making the calls to action all the same color, right? Not making this blue and this red, right? Having congruency in your design goes a long way. Having only one H1, this is an H1, right? I see a lot of people with multiple H1s, right? This just confuses Google, right? Have only H1, then multiple H2s, of course, and multiple H3s. Don't confuse Google, okay? Super simple stuff. Of course, are these headers optimized, right? Do they have your keywords in? We do, right? As AI SEO writer, we have our keywords sprinkled in here. We have our keywords sprinkled in here. So all these headers have our keywords sprinkled in them, okay? Autoblog, we have all of our keywords sprinkled into the headers, okay? If you're a local business, do you have your NAP present, name, address, and phone number on the footer? Is it congruent with all the citations you build? Is it congruent with your whole brand, right? Go watch this video right here to learn a bit more about local SEO. I break this down in a bit more detail, in depth for local businesses. So if you're a local business, go watch that video. It's super, super important for that. Then do you have calls to action? Well, we have call to actions every single place we can find. We can feed a call to action if we have it, because your goal is to convert users, okay? Do you have a blog, right? Do you have a blog where you're able to build the authority in your niche, right? Do you have a blog where you talk about your niche, what it is? Does it look good, right? Does it have a call to action on the side? Does it have a call to action at the end, right? Is the actual content available? So all this stuff is super important. It's what I look for, right? It's what I look for in a brand. If these guys sell an AI SEO tool, right? Well, are they producing content that tells they are authority in the niche for that product? Well, in this case, we are, right? Are you doing this, right? If you are, or if you're not, then go out and do it. If you are not, why? Look at the competition, look at what they're doing, try to replicate it, going back to the content stuff, right? If you're doing it, it's not ranking, well, change it up, right? Build more backlinks, target different keywords, look at the keywords the competition is ranking for and the content set keywords rank for on Google, right? If you're not ranking, you're doing something wrong. And so that's, in essence, I wanted to keep this short. I'm like over 20 minutes. This is what I do. Please go watch all the resources down below to learn a bit more about this. And by the way, if you want a full year's access to this software right here, to Journalist AI, that does a bunch of stuff. This feature right here is one of my favorite ones, but it does the it generates content with AI, edits assisted content with AI. It has the AI agent that does all your technical SEO for you automatically. If you want access to a full year of this, plus you want access to my whole SEO training suite, which got all these people, these insane results, I'll scroll down below, all these results, right? Plus, again, a full year's access to Journalist AI, you get access to a SEO community, right? In this bundle, in the academy, right? Weekly live SEO calls, a one-on-one coaching call for SEO with me, SEO Q&As, 7 courses, which I'll skim through all this, ranking videos on YouTube, build backlinks for SEO, ranking SEO course, e-commerce SEO course, a bunch of like case studies. You can read through all this down here. You get a full, of course, 100% money back guarantee. You get a full year's access to Journalist AI, plus lifetime access to all this. I'll leave it, it's going to be the first link down below in the description. So if you want to get it, a bit more training, a bit more one-on-one support, and a bit more of me answering your questions and guiding you by the hand, well, you can get the academy. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.